When Mare of Easttown premiered on HBO Max, the crime drama got us hooked just from watching the first episode. With everything that happened throughout the first season, we couldn't help but wonder what could happen next. So we've collected some of the craziest theories out there that could potentially come true in the next season. If you want to hear all of them, keep watching because here are the Mare of Easttown Season 2 theories so crazy they might be true.
He wanted to hand it down to his son, but his son didn't want nothing to do with the place, so he turned it over to me back in 2016.
What'd you do for a living?
I make deliveries for Ryerson Transport.
New crime. Since the beginning of the show, the question was, who killed Erin? Throughout the show, there were numerous suspects, and honestly, we were convinced in quite a few. As the season came to an end, there were a lot of plot twists and cliffhangers that kept us on the edge of our seats looking for the answer. Finally, in the season finale, we got to see the real story of what has happened. Never in a million years would we have imagined this kind of ending, but we were glad to see it since it was so unexpected. Going into Season 2, we have a theory that maybe Mare will find herself wrapped up in yet again another case that she has to solve. It might even be connected to Erin from the first season, and the victim being someone we have already met in the show. This would bring even bigger questions both about the Erin case and the new one. As the two would be connected, Mare would be the head detective in both of them. But sadly, she won't have her partner with her. She'll try to balance both cases and work around them to come to the truth at the end. By now, we know that she won't give up on a case and will go to great lengths to figure it all out. Or maybe Katie's kidnapper will strike again, and we'll have another case, this time really connected to Katie's one. Of course, these are just theories, but wouldn't it be crazy after everything that happened to be pulled back into an old case and have to relive it once again?
I had an affair with Helen Fahey.
DJ lives with Dylan. The second biggest question of the show was what will happen to DJ. In the beginning, Dylan and his parents were the one to keep him and take care of him, but when the detectives considered him a suspect, we didn't know what would happen. When it turned out that Dylan wasn't the real father of DJ, now that was the moment when no one knew what would happen to DJ. Will Dylan keep him even though he's not the father? Throughout the season, as the story unraveled, we learned that the actual father was John Ross, Lori's husband, who had an ongoing relationship with Erin. After John was convicted and confessed on the murder of Erin, Lori was the one who ended up keeping DJ since John was his real father. Given that DJ needed an ear surgery, Lori would have made a better choice. But we do have a theory that in the next season, Dylan might actually be able to get DJ back to live with him and his parents. Dylan's parents really fell in love with DJ and truly accepted every aspect of being grandparents, and they were Erin's choice of guardians. If we look at it more realistically, the child would be put in foster care rather than be given to the woman whose son killed his mother. If DJ were to grow up in that household, it would definitely be a true horror for him, especially after he learns everything that went down between this family and his own mother. So it would make sense for Dylan and his parents to fight and keep DJ with them as Erin would have wanted.
The strange thing is, there's 2 rounds missing.
Mare's sufferings. Being the main character of the show, we had to learn everything about Mare's story and about her life. We already know that she's a legend in Easttown due to the days when she played basketball, but due to an accident, she stepped back from it and became a detective. We learned that Mare is divorced and had a son named Kevin, who committed suicide, and daughter Siobhan, who lives with her, and her mother Helen, who also lives with her. In the show, we can clearly see how much Mare is still suffering due to her son's death and how much it takes to go through such a tragedy. Some fans have pointed out that one scene in particular in the finale truly shows how much she's still suffering. In the final scenes, we can see Mare going up in the attic for the first time since her son passed away. The attic was the place where Kevin's younger sister discovered his body, and it's where Mare cut him down and held him until the police arrived. In the show, there wasn't once someone giving up in the attic until Mare went up. Now, we believe that in the next season, the show will explore more about Mare and her thoughts and why she went into the attic. Was it for healing or because of her dark thoughts? Fans were worried when she went up to the attic, but we never saw why she went up there. Richard and Mare end up together. Richard is a washed-out author who came to Easttown to be a professor at the local college. Him and Mare have an instant connection from the moment they met at the bar, and that connection held throughout the show. We believed that Mare and Richard would end up together at the end, but unfortunately at the end, nothing happens. Although the chemistry was there and they were both enjoying each other's company, they left the show with the entire relationship in the air. Kate Winslet even said that it was her idea to leave it like that because it's what Mare would have done given everything that's happening in her life. One theory for the next season that we have is that Richard will try his best to stay in Mare's life, and they will finally be an official couple and give it an honest shot. But with her being a detective and extremely dedicated to her job, it'll be hard to maintain a relationship when you're too busy catching the bad guys. All of that aside, we do want to see this happen and finally see Mare be happy and enjoying her life to the fullest after all of the stuff she's carrying on her back.
Come on, you. Up you get.
Come on, my feet are killing me.
Everybody has to dance the last song. It's compulsory.
New suspect. From the start of the show, we've had multiple suspects in Erin's case. First, there was Dylan and his girlfriend Brianna, who managed to beat up Erin that night she passed away. After learning all of this, we kind of all thought that either Dylan or Brianna had something to do with it, since Dylan was also threatening Erin's best friend and even his girlfriend to stay quiet. After both of them have been cleared, we have Deacon Mark, who admitted that Erin called him that night to pick her up. But once again, he was also cleared, which brings us to the last two suspects, Billy and John. Now, while many thought Billy was the father and the suspect as well, it was proven that it was in fact John, Laurie's husband, who had an affair with Erin and the one who killed her. Although we later found out that it was Ryan Ross who committed the crime, we were still not fully convinced in the story. With that many suspects and a ton of different stories, we couldn't help but wonder, what if a new suspect emerges in the new season, reopening the case once again? There could be this kind of a plot twist where neither Ryan nor his father John were responsible for the death of Erin, but maybe they know who is and they're covering for him, the same way John is covering for his son. Although this is just a theory, it would be a great plot twist that will definitely give a different perspective to the show and allow us to have another ending to the story.
How's it been going here?
It's going. We got a new batch of roommates in today. One of them brought bed bugs with her. Everyone is freaking out.
On a related note, we wanted to know, what are your theories on Mare of Easttown Season 2? Let us know in the comment section below. If you'd like to see more amazing videos such as this one, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.